Hello, everyone. This is Heaven from Colored.org, and I'm going to be creating a low poly scene, um, low poly landscape, like a design that I did and put on the forums earlier this month. Um, okay, let's get started, I guess. What I'm firstly going to do is bring in a landscape. I already did this once before, but when I recorded, my audio didn't work, which sucks. But I'm going to do it again anyway. What I did was just create a landscape thing. But the height and width segments don't really matter right now, but I like to put it down. Make sure you guys, this is called the Phong tag. What it does is it smooths out a whole bunch of areas on the landscape. So what I'm going to do is delete that and see it creates a kind of rigid looking environment on the landscape. Okay, this looks okay, I guess. Okay. We're going to change it a little bit later. So what I'm going to do is copy and paste that. Control C, Control V. Just move it over and adjust the seed a little bit so we have something different. That looks fine. Probably heighten it a little bit so we have some diversity. Doesn't have to be lined up exactly because this is going to be the background of our image. We're going to want to adjust the depth of it though, because this is going to be the front of our image and this is going to be the side. So what we're going to do is copy paste that again, move it back a little bit more, probably heighten it so just so it's bigger. Probably looks fine. Let's put that up to 600. No, stop. Okay, 600, and then we're going to bring that out a little bit. Get some more roughness in there and fine in there. Sea level, no, that just looks dumb. Okay, just to seed a little bit, see what we like. That looks, no, I don't want that. That looks good, I'd say. Okay, so now that we have that, what I'm going to do to all three of these is we're going to be using displacer and polygon reduction deformers. Polygon reduction we're going to mainly use for the landscapes and actually use pretty much for everything. But the displacer is going to be used for water and also maybe some mountains. Okay. I just control dragged it down. So what it does is it just copies it and puts it in there. That looks good. I'm gonna render it out really quick, see what it looks like. Yeah. That looks good. Okay. No, I didn't want to middle mouse button. Okay. Make sure you guys save a lot. I know for me, what Cinema 4D likes to do is it likes to crash on me quite a bit. But this is kind of a beginner-friendly, noobish tutorial, I would say, because we're using landscapes, stuff like that, to create these, and not something too complex and too interesting. But what we are going to be doing is creating a plane. Just size it up a bit. Okay. And we're going to display ground shading. All we need is the lines, so we can kind of see what we're doing. Move this back a little bit, move it out. Let's widen that. And let us bring that out like that. Okay. So this is going to be our front view, kind of water scene. Water type scene. What we do need though is we need more segments. So put these up to about 40 each, I'd say. Make sure you delete the Phong tag as always, and we're going to need to make this editable. Now what you can do is you can click on your object that you want to make editable, move over here and press this, or what we can do is just press C on your keyboard. That's what I do. So we did that, we made it editable, and you'll see this triangle here. Click on your vertices. This is for vertices or points. I say vertices because of Maya. I mainly work in Maya, but I'm in C4D to show you guys some stuff for low poly is what I use for C4D for. Okay. So what you could do is actually I think you can do any of these pretty much, but what I like to do is do the point. Grab a brush by right-clicking and clicking brush here. And then what we're going to do is pull. You want to make sure at top view, because if you go like this and pull out like that, it just looks like correct. Okay, so I'm going to undo that by doing edit undo, or just pressing Control V or Control Z. Never mind, not Control V, because that's paste. So what I'm going to do is do pull and just kind of brush over the areas that I want to pull out. Make sure you don't do too much. Okay, so we're going to create kind of this area that the water can go in. That's pretty good. Okay, and we're going to, because water doesn't just sit there, it has some things obstructing it, so we'll bring out some kind of objects to bring the water in on. Maybe put this to negative and then drop that down a bit, because what it'll do is it'll push it instead of pull it. And we can up the size of the brush, the radius of the brush, by going like this, or pressing the bracket keys on your keyboard. The right one is up, and the left one's down. I'm going to push some of this in, just for some cool effect, I guess. Maybe on the water, when we put our transparency on it. Okay. That looks pretty good. Yeah, okay. So, what we're gonna want to do before too long is create our camera. So let us click our camera right here and then go in the view camera. Now, what I normally do is create a field of view or up the field of view, so we get more of the scene in our camera view. Just because I hate to see everything that we build go to waste once we get done building it. Did we put? No, we didn't put a polygon reduction on this. So what I'm going to do is put a polygon reduction again, and the reduction strength, the more we have up, the less polygons we have. So obviously 100% we have a flat surface, and then what I'm going to do is just get nice triangles in there. Kind of make it deformed a little bit, yeah, so it doesn't lose too much shape, but still looks good. So I put it at 62%, which is pretty good. Okay, now that we're in our camera view, I'm going to do a tag, Cinema 4D tag, and just put protection on it so that we can't possibly move it with any of these. Well, I'm also using shortcut keys to move around. Those get a little bit hard to get used to. I'm gonna say it again. Get hard to get used to. You just if you have a 3-button mouse, hold Alt. I'm gonna go out of here so I can show you. Hold Alt and just click and drag with the left mouse button, and that will rotate. Right mouse button, it will zoom in and out, and then middle mouse button, it can just move anywhere. So these three, once you get used to it, it's really, really helpful. So when I look through my camera, I see my 3 landscapes back there, but they're really, really small. So I'm just going to shift select them, just click the top one, hold shift, click the bottom one, and size those up to a bigger size to fit our camera. Okay, looks good. Bring them up a little bit. Maybe bring them back depending on how close they are. Yeah, let's bring them back. Yeah, back further. Just size them up maybe a little bit more. Because when we put our physical sun and sky in here, the atmosphere will make this look more farther back. Make sure you guys name these two. I'm not doing a good job of naming them, but mountains, and then what we can do is group these, group objects. What I did was just right click there, and it'll create a null object. And let's rename it mountains back. Okay. What we're going to do is create the water plane. We just created a normal plane again, size it up, move it in so it covers that, covers your area and your camera. Make sure your cameras look good for it. Okay, now go to your camera view. And for the displacer, well, we're gonna do the displacer, but I'm gonna tighten these a little bit just so we get more waves and stuff. Delete the font tag as always. Just click on it and press the delete key. Pretty self-explanatory, but some people don't know. I'm going to go in. What are we going to do? Oh yeah, go displacer. The displacer under here. Now, what the displacer does is your noise. Just click here under the shader, where it normally goes to object, go to shader, and do noise. What the noise does is it jitters it a little bit. You can see it. Jitters everything a little bit. Now, what we can do in either in here or just click the displacer object and we do the height. We adjust the height of it. This is going to be also good for making just endless mountains, but that's not really what we're doing. So just heighten them a bit so you can see more deformity, kind of. And what you can also do is put strength. No, don't do that. Yeah, just do that. Click through your camera again, and we have our scene pretty much. You don't have to make this editable, but you can. There's really no point because we already did the displacer. Oh yeah, let's add a polygon reduction too to that, just because, and put it underneath the displacer, because what that does is it just gives a more triangular kind of look. Makes it look cooler when it becomes water. Now to add kind of background, because if you see right here along this edge area, there's nothing. There's really nothing, and that's not now how normal things really are. So, or landscapes really are. So we'll delete the font tag again. We just created another landscape. Size it up. Move it over. Now we can see it there. What we want to do is maybe make the height a little bit more. Move it up a bit. Size it up. Large. Okay. And then just put a poly reduction on it. There we go. Okay, that looks good. And then what we'll do is Control C, Control V, copy and paste it, and just move it over to the other side. And if you think it looks too similar, just adjust the seed again. There we go. Okay. And let's get out of here so we can move it. Move back a little bit. Yeah, that's good. Okay. Now we're going to create clouds. Clouds are super easy. Just create a sphere, load it up, lower the segments, delete the font tag, editable, and then you don't even have to make it editable. I don't do displacer. I don't normally do it with the displacer, but you can. Do the shading, noise again. Let's make the height. Yeah, because when we do the polygon reduction, it'll just kind of bring it back to its original shape. Maybe. Not really. Okay, whatever. Copy paste it, move it over, and then if you add more segments or lower the segments, so add one more, two more. Okay, it will jitter it, so you have different things every time. Now what you can do is just size that down. Also jitters it. Grab the polygon reductions on them. We want less polys, get it look more smooth. Let's shrink this all together. There we go. Okay, now we have one cloud right here. Let's group that object and then let us size it down a bit, move it over, up. Okay, so now we have one cloud. Let's size that up a bit. It's not proportional to our mountains back there. What we kind of might want to do is grab that sphere. Let's move it back in. Okay. So now we have cloud. My mouse just dropped. So I'm sitting in a recording room. We don't care. Okay. So now we have a cloud. We have it in our scene still. Let's see where it is in our scene. Let's move it up a bit, because clouds normally don't appear until up there. Okay. So we're going to copy paste it, move it over, set it down a little bit, and rotate it. Cool. Okay. And then copy paste that, move it back. So we have one behind the mountains. Let's make it a big one. We got a big cloud. Which is going to be higher. Let's move it back a little more. Okay, let's move that back in and down. Okay, and then copy paste. And let's just move it out here. Kind of deform it a little bit. Grab these. Oh no, we can't do that. Okay. We do, if we want to just stretch it out, just go in here, make all these editable. Yeah. And then what we can do is go stretch it out a bit. Don't wanna do too much. So adjust these settings in your displacer and polygon reduction. Nodes or deformers, just so that it kind of looks still like clouds. You don't want to differ it too much. There we go. Okay, this cloud really doesn't have too much deforming going on. That way we can create clouds like that, which look pretty neat. Okay, put those higher. It really doesn't matter. Copy paste that, move it over here. Oh, it really doesn't matter. Shoot. It's out of my view. Okay. Back in view. Okay. And I think that's good. Okay, so now we have, this is our water. This is that water. I'm not good at naming things. Need to get better at that. Now we're just going to create our materials now. White. Just double click on your materials. Creates a white material. Click it. What we can do is grab the top cloud, shift click to the bottom cloud, and just go. Oh, didn't do it. Okay. Or we can do that. Okay. Yeah. So put on. So what you can do from here, just to quickly, let's go back to our ground shading, just so we can see colors. Just control or command, click, drag onto the other cloud materials. Okay. Now the second one, this material that I created, we're going to create that as the mountains. And all we'd have to do is do a gradient. From the gradient, go to vertical, 2D vertical. Put this as a darkish, brownish color, and then put this as a tan. Kind of a tan, kind of sandy color. And what we'll do with that is, okay, drag it on the landscape there, on the mountains back, and also the mountains here. Now what we're going to want to do is control or command click all of these, and then go, it has projection. If you see here, if I render it out really quick, it has that. And we don't really want that. We want frontal. And hey guys, sorry my Cinema 4D crashed, but that's always why you save. And it took me about 10 more minutes just to get back to where I was, without giving a tutorial. So hopefully you guys learned a lesson from me making mistakes that I did not save. So make sure you guys save. Okay, what I was saying was control clicking these guys, all for these, and then going to UV mapping and frontal. And what that does, it gives a gradient from the top to the bottom, which gives it a nice cool effect, as you see here. We're going to be doing some more cool lighting stuff, but for now that looks fine for what it's supposed to be. Double click here again. I'm going to save after every single step, and create another gradient. This is going to be for the water, and do another vertical. Let's do the bottom as a kind of darkish blue. Let's do this as a nice light, kind of sky blue, there, and apply it to the, not to that, that'd be interesting. Apply it to the water here. I have this is my water now, because I had to recreate that again. But if you look at here, it's got nice kind of waves. We can adjust it with the displacer. Bring down the height. It'll look better once we add our lighting and stuff. But yeah, that looks good for now, I guess. Okay, what we want to do for our lighting, it's actually really, really simple. Maybe this is frontal, so it looks like the gradient's going here. So I'm going to rotate that around. Kind of give it some depth. Maybe tilt it a little bit. Yeah. No, because we see some here. Maybe not tilt it. Maybe. Down a little bit. Sorry about my ums too. Sorry you guys have to listen to that. I get kind of nervous public speaking, even though I'm a communications major, which is kind of stupid, but I have my faults, and you do too. So, whatever. You don't want to hear my story. You want to hear a tutorial. Okay. So, after this, what we're going to do is just create a physical sky. A physical sky is a good kind of generic. I guess I want to stop that. Just good kind of generic lighting. As you see here, there's some good shadows and stuff. And it's like a sun on a normal surface. So what we want to do in this, go into your physical sky settings, go to hue correction, always put those to 100. I don't know why they're 0. This kind of gives it more brightness and stuff. We want the sun to be a little brighter. So let's bring it to like 150. 150 is good. And time and location is very important. I normally like March. March is my favorite time to do it. And 11 o'clock. Let's see what 11 o'clock gets us. Let me render it out. Ooh, looks pretty good. I like that. Oh, I didn't remember to put my polygon reduction on my plane. Let's do that right now. Underneath the displacer, always, and then let's put that down to like here. Let's bump the displacer up a little bit. So we have different wavelengths. Then let's save it, of course, and render it. See what we get. Okay. Looks decent. Decent right now. Yeah. Okay. So what we're gonna do now is go in our render settings. We want the effects, ambient occlusion, and global illumination. What those two do is ambient occlusion gives more shadow, and global illumination, what that does is it bounces things off things, bounces lights off reflective materials, bounces lights off matted materials, so that we get a good accurate scene. So save it again and render it out. And as you can see, it's a different kind of render view, and it takes a little bit longer, but the end result is perfection, I'd say. And those little dots are light bounces that take place. Just look at that. It's starting to look way better. Way cooler. Yeah. You can see the shadows and stuff. Yeah, it looks gorgeous right now. And now what we're going to do is we're going to save definitely before adjusting this. Now we want transparency and a really good highlight here on our water. Because water normally has a really steep highlight, so do the width down from specular. Specular is just like when the light hits it, what it'll do to it. That'll just drown it out in white. You want it to give like a little dot, like it's kind of reflective, but it's not. And then check your transparency box. We'll put this to like 60. Let's go 60. And blurriness to 1%. And then, as you can see already, do the shading. You can see already the water kind of has a transparency to it. We'll make it a little bit more transparent. Let's go 74. And what we can do is click and hold on this and render region. You just do that, highlight that area, and then we'll render that out really quick. And we'll see what the transparency is like. It actually looks good. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is render the whole scene out. See how it looks. there we go. There it is. It looks really, really good. What we can do later is just bring it into Photoshop, add some effects, do that, but that will be probably another tutorial. I will save this file, and maybe do another tutorial on how we can adjust it to make it look more photorealistic, even though it is a low poly landscape. All right, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys later.